All right, welcome back to another episode of Playing Hooky. This time I'm out here on the beach. I'm gonna try to do some surf fishing. I came last year with my brother. I didn't get to record for myself, but I'm back out here. The last time I ended up putting a hook through my finger, so we're gonna try to avoid that today. Rule number one of fishing: don't hook yourself. And right now we have some really nice weather, with that exception. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't come this way. If it does, I'm gonna have to pack up and start heading out. But what I'm gonna be using for bait today, I'm just gonna be doing some set rig fishing, and I'm going to be using dead shrimp and fresh dead shrimp and fresh dead mullet. On my bigger rod, I'm going to use the mullet. I'm going to wade out a little bit, try to cast out there and see if I can get a trout or a red. I am at South Padre Island. I'm on the beach at South Padre Island. All I've ever caught out here is catfish and whiting. So let's see if maybe some fresh dead mullet might catch me a trout or a red today. It is the first day of August, and yeah, let's just get to fishing. I need to get set up. Everyone else has already been pulling in fish, so I better get on it. Okay, now that it's a little later, I can kind of sort of see the first trough here that's like right next to the shore, and I may have my lines right on top of it. That first sandbar looks like it's about 10 feet wide, and I think I want to pull my lines in a little bit closer just to get in this first trough. You can see here that looks like crabs were eating my bait, so it might be a struggle. Well, my bait's gone. Maybe I should try it again. It is a tandem rig. I'm only using the first hook just because of what happened to me last year. At least it didn't leave a scar. Just on my pride. That looks like I only made it on the sandbar. maybe I'll give it some slack and maybe it'll pull it out. Go reset the second one. Well, first fish of the day is a little whiting, which apparently they're good for cut bait. I would like to get more of these guys, as they are good bait, or good to eat. But since this one's a little small, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss him back, or he can toss himself back. There he goes. But yeah, that was pretty quick. So on that other rig, you could tell that there was a crab nibbling on it. Nearly ate through half of it. Thankfully, he left me just ahead, which I've been seeing with just ahead is actually pretty good bait. So I'm gonna try to launch it out there as far as I can and see if I can get something good. well, I decided to put a piece of shrimp on my second rod out there, and ended up producing this small catfish. And it's not even a gap top, so I'm gonna let it go. Right now it looks like all the seagulls not really diving down. They're looking for food, they can't find any. I put a piece of shrimp on that second one over there. And it doesn't look like it's been touched in a while, so I'm gonna go check it. I'm willing to bet that piece of shrimp is gone. Fish might be dead already. It's a shame, it's such a beautiful day. Go, another nice little whiting. Fortunately for me, I'd rather let him, well, fortunately for him, I would rather let him go. That hurts, right? Fortunately for him, he's still a little too small for me. It's beautiful, slimy. He's ready to go back. this pancake looking thing is a Stingray, minus a bit of its tail. I'm not gonna give it a chance at it. I'm gonna throw it in. That little tug I felt, I mean, it either flew off or that little bite was enough to pull that shrimp off. So no keepers today. Alright, that's gonna do it for today. Unfortunately, the fish weren't as good as I was hoping today. Got 2 whitings. They were alright. Went ahead and toss them back. Not good enough to be able to have for a fish fry. So I'm gonna pack it up and head on home. See you next time.